This is a teach of the Evening News Waltz. It's a 48 count. It says 0 walls. It's 4 walls, but it's a waltz. It's got a bunch of restarts and one tag, which you can hear in the music, but when you're dancing with me, I'll cue you. So, weight starts on your right. It's a waltz. So we're going to do our first set of 6 as a basic waltz, forward and back. Ready, and waltz forward, 2, 3, and back, 5, 6. We're going to make a quarter turn to the left, making a waltz quarter. All right, so it's forward and then your turn, quarter, and waltz back. So it's a waltz forward and back, a waltz with a quarter turn, waltz back. So waltz turns, you typically step forward first and then do the turn on the 2, 3, and then back. Doesn't matter. So from the beginning, weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz forward with a quarter turn and back. You're going to make another quarter turn left, stepping onto your left foot. So you're facing the back wall now, and you point your right foot to the side and hold. And then step back on your right foot behind your left and point your left foot and hold. So it's basically a step forward point, step back point, but you make a quarter turn before. All right, so you were here at your 9 o'clock wall with your weight on the right foot. You make your quarter turn, stepping on your left foot, point your right and hold, cross behind, point your left and hold. So from the beginning, we'll do it at the front wall, then we'll do the back wall, so just so you can make sure you're doing what you're seeing or what I'm saying. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz forward with a quarter and back. Quarter turn and step point, step back point. So let's do that starting at the back wall just so you can see what's happening. The last set we just did. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz forward with a quarter left and back. Make another quarter left, step and point, hold, step back, point and hold. While we're here, I'll just show you the next set of 8. It's another set of 6 making a quarter turn left. You're going to do a twinkle quarter turn. So it's cross, a quarter stepping back, step back, and then your waltz back, back together, forward. Okay, so you were here after your step points. So your twinkle quarter turn, ready, and cross, quarter, back, waltz back, together, forward. I guess that's more a coaster step, isn't it? Anyway, twinkle quarter, ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So it's back together, together would be more like a waltz. So let's do that from the front wall. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz with a quarter turn, waltz back. Make a quarter turn, step and point, hold, step back, point and hold, twinkle quarter, and waltz back. Okay, that's half the dance. Let's do that again. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz forward with a quarter and back. Make a quarter turn, step and point. Hold, step back and point. Hold, twinkle quarter, and waltz back. We'll do that with the counts, and you have to remember what you're doing. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quarter step point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twinkle quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cheated and I helped. All right, so weights on the right. Second half of the dance starts with a waltz with a half turn. You step forward and do your half turn on 2, 3. Waltz back. Okay, let's just do that again. So it's a waltz half turn. Your first step is forward, and then your 2, 3 together. You're making your half turn, but make sure that last together is slightly back because you're going to have to waltz back. So it's forward, together, slightly back, waltz back, 5, 6. Just to keep your momentum going. You don't want to be curling around and feeling like you want to go forward when you have to waltz back. Do that again. Weights on the right. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, back 4, 5, 6. Now you're doing step points forward and back again, no turn first. So step forward, point, hold, step back, point, hold. Okay, so the second half, starting again with your waltz half, weights on the right, ready, and waltz forward with a half, turn, waltz back, step forward, point, and hold, step back, point, and hold. A twinkle. So cross, rock, recover, and then a weave to the left, crossing over, cross, side, behind. And the last set of 6 is very straightforward. A big step to the left, drag and hold, or maybe you call that a balance. A big step to the right, drag and hold, another balance. So step, drag, left, step, drag, right. So we'll do the last 2 sets of 8, starting with the twinkle and the weave. Weights on the right. Ready, and twinkle. Weave across to the left. Big step left and drag with a hold. Big step right, drag and hold. That's the end of the dance. You start again with your waltz. Let's do that again. The twinkle and weave. Weights on the right. Ready, and twinkle. Weave across. Big step left, drag, hold, right, drag, hold, and waltz. So let's start at the waltz half turn. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward with a half turn, waltz back. Step forward, point, and hold, step back, point, and hold, twinkle. Weave across. Big step and drag, big step and drag. Start again. We'll do that again, second half. So the tricks are that you don't turn before your step point, and that your twinkle is immediately followed by a weave. So weights on the right, you start with your waltz half turn. Ready, and waltz forward, half turn, waltz back, step forward and point, step back and point, twinkle, weave to the left, big step and drag, big step and drag. Let's do that with the counts. Weights on the right. By the time we get to the beginning, you'll forget how it started. Weights on the right, your waltz half turn. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twinkle and weave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 step drags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start again. Let's put those 2 halves together. Weight starts on the right. You start with your waltz forward and back, and then every set of 6, the next 3 sets all have quarter turns in them. So you end up facing that way, wall, and then you do your waltz half. Yada yada. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz forward with a quarter turn and waltz back. Make a quarter turn, step and point. Step back and point. Twinkle quarter turn. Waltz back. Now your waltz half turn. Waltz back, no turn, step forward and point, step back and point, twinkle, and then weave across to the left, big step to the left and drag, big step to the right and drag, and you start again. Let's do that with kind of a mix of counts and words. 4, 5, 6, waltz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, waltz quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quarter point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, twinkle quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, waltz half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, twinkle and weave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step drags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How'd you do? Let's do wall number 2. We're going to do all 4 walls. We're just to ignore restarts for now, okay? So we'll go all around first. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz forward with a quarter turn. Waltz back. Make a quarter turn, step and point. Step back and point. Twinkle quarter turn. Waltz back. Now your waltz half turn. Waltz back. No turn, step forward and point, step back and point, twinkle and weave, across, side, behind, step, drag, and step, drag. So now you're facing the back wall. So you notice the second half of the dance has your waltz half turn, and after that there's no more turns. All right, let's do the back wall. Let's do the side wall again. We'll keep on going. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz with a quarter and back. Quarter turn, step point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twinkle quarter and back. Waltz half and back. Step points forward and back. Twinkle, weave across to the left. Step drags left and right. Start again. Waltz forward and back. Waltz with a quarter and back. Make a quarter turn, step and point forward and back. Twinkle quarter and back. Waltz with a half turn and back. Step point forward and back. Twinkle and then weave across to the left. Step and drag left and right. Start again. Waltz forward and back. Waltz with a quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quarter step point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twinkle quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Waltz half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twinkle and weave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step drags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start again. All right. Now, unfortunately, it's not quite that simple. There are 3 restarts. I hear them in the music, but I don't necessarily know when they are. So, on walls 2 and 6, there is a restart after you make your waltz half turn. Start the second half of the dance and waltz back, and then you start the dance again. Unfortunately, you're facing the back wall, actually. So you do your waltz half turn, waltz back, and you have to restart. Luckily, the restart is easy. You start with your waltz forward and back. It's a nice thing about this dance that when you restart, it's easy to know what you're doing. All right, so let's try wall number 2. I think on wall number 6 that actually happens at the front ball. But let's try it on wall number 2 because that's the one you're going to hit first. So wall number 2 starts here. So let's do wall number 2 and practice the restart. Weights on the right. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz forward with a quarter and back. Quarter step point. Step back a point. Twinkle quarter and back. Waltz with a half and back. And here's your restart. So start again. Waltz forward and back. Waltz with a quarter and so on. You keep on going. All right. So that happens on wall 2, and then the second time it happens at that point, you're actually facing the front wall. Wall 4, so partway between those two, there's a restart after the first half of the dance. So before you do that waltz half turn, and again you'll be facing the back wall when that happens. So where does that mean you start? I think that means you start here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So let's try wall number 4. So I think it starts here. We do half the dance and then we restart. Ready, and waltz forward and back. Waltz with a quarter and back. Quarters turn, step and point. Back and point. Twinkle quarter, waltz back, and restart. Start again. Waltz forward and back. Waltz with a quarter and back. Okay? So that's wall 4. Then, and that's easy. I mean, you'll hear it somewhat in the music, but I will tell you. At the end of when we're doing the step drags, I'll usually either say start again, or if we hit one of those restarts, instead of saying what you're doing next, I'll say restart and you do your waltz. There's a tag that happens wall 8, so that's fairly far along in the dance. You're again, unfortunately, facing the back wall. The tag is just an extra waltz forward and back. So you do your step drag, you say tag, waltz forward and back, and then start again, waltz forward and back, and then you keep going with your waltz quarter and waltz back. Okay, let's give it a try. So I'll stop this and we'll do it with the music.